Hello and welcome. Long time no see. Let's not waste any time and jump right back into it. 63 TR is off and Prelude is off, though we are playing with the Prelude expansions and cards. And apparently Highlight Draw? Whatever. I guess we'll check. Fantastic start for Valley Trust, who gets a discount on science tags and an income per earth tag, which both go pretty powerfully at the start here. Even an energy income. We might want to take the heat trappers, just because we're looking for energy cards and stuff to go with AI Central and keep giving Development Center one. But let's not go too deep in the hole here, and let's hope for a better Prelude. Honestly, I think Molehole here is the best. It's still $2 worth of production and steel, but it's a healthy amount of heat to get us started on the way here. Good as can be. Now, if I played Olympus Conference and Cartel, that would be 3 income. And Deep Well Heating would be 1 income. I think I'm going to do Deep Well Heating instead, just on the odd chance that we get an Earth tag. And it also technically enables the ability for us to start drawing cards if I do play the research lab there. I don't think any of this is really needed, but we'll grab Space Mirrors just in case we end up being desperate for energy in the future. It's not a great way of getting energy, but it's what we'll do. Olympus Conference, we'll put a little bit of steel into that, and I don't want to go any more rounds without getting some income, so let's go ahead and grab that as well. And with that, we're kind of cruising here. We always have to, at the start of the third round, or once we get to the end of the third round, we have to compare how was our start versus having chosen 2 preludes. And right now, it's not that great. Extreme Cold Fungus can synergize really well with stuff, so let's hold on to that just in case. But I'm not thinking this is particularly strong. Let's start getting a little bit of card draw happening here. We have an energy, plus we get a card for playing it. Okay, we did get an Earth tag, which is too bad because we did just play Cartels, but that's gonna have to be fine. Archaea Bacteria for plant income is pretty strong, but Nuclear Zone actually gets us the heat income right now. So I'm going to lean into the heat. How many science tags? We have 2, so we need 1 more science to go for AI Central. I could go nuke into some titanium or something, but you know what? Let's nuke into this card. And then we keep the ability for us to go and mine some titanium with a mining area if we are so lucky. Space event is fine. Get a little bit of heat production. We're gonna have a heat bump next gen, so if we had 2 heat bumps, that would have been fine. But this amount of production, I don't think is that great compared to. Just to circle back to what I was saying earlier, this amount of production isn't that great compared to just having had 2 preludes. So it seems like we have a little bit of catching up to do. I'd love to grab both of these cities, just because they can be so great for points down the road, which I'm going to do, but know that that's a little bit of a greed grab. It's not so bad because it is income if I do play it, and we have a lot of generations in this game mode, so we should be fine. This, you know what, we're going to go ahead and play our ability to buy an energy production, and that way I can buy carbonate processing without worrying, and that gets us up to a heat bump next gen, 6 heat plus 2 in the bowl, so that seems pretty good. And even if we were a little bit shorter, we could have played that space event, but if we are going to go down the space or the science path, then there's a lot of discounts for space if we can hold on. Here's the tag we needed. Here's some income for Earth, which is powerful. Everything else is pretty good too. I just don't want to go and grab too many cards here. I have 4 Earth tags, so I think that we should chase that right now. We should just grab this bad boy. That gets us the science, which is just nice, but it also gets us back 2 titanium, so it's pretty cheap to do. And then bam, right in there. So another 4 income. Now we're in a pretty good spot. We got 2 of the incomes per Earth, and I'm pretty sure that the third one is in Colonies expansion. Or no, it's in Venus, because it's Luna Metropolis. So without the Venus expansion in the game, I think that's it for Earth tag stacking. Not that we don't like Earth tags, especially if we get something like Earth Office. But for now, it isn't really key. We did get up to that second free heat bump from the track, which is nice. This is all fine. I guess we grab flooding just in case we need oceans, because we don't really have any oceans right now. House printing is fine. But I'm actually going to go down the AI Central. Let's get this AI Central rolling now. Get a card immediately because of our science. So we're doing really great for card draw. And we do have discounts on space tags specifically. But otherwise, we're pretty weak, to be honest. We'll do a little bit of house printing. It's, you know, it's a steel income and a point, which is fine. We do really need that Archaeobacteria, though, stat. And then I have to start thinking about extreme cold fungus as well. Is that -10? I'm not sure. I think that it's not too late to get some productions. A lot of energy, a lot of, like, this is a great little hand. I hate to buy all those cards because we have so much card draw, but a lot of them were very powerful. Because if we can get energy production from either of these, then we get fuel factory. We have extreme, yeah, we have a lot of good stuff in here. You know what? I'm going to start with this bad boy because that gets us energy production and a money production. And then we're going to do this bad boy for just a little bit more. Next turn, I mean, we have so much card draw. We really need to be playing these cards. We just got anti-grav. Fantastic. Science, though, is not something that we have. We have a lot of cards to play, so getting, like, with 16 cards in hand, that's $32 off if you can get anti-grab down, right? If you played each of them, which is by no means a guarantee at this point, especially if I keep buying a card here and there. You know, we gotta see what we can do. So there's more science, which is good, but it's not nearly enough. So I don't want to put off this anymore. And I think it would be good to get our income up. So let's get a little bit of acquired company. Then we get a little bit of... Let's lose some points here. I know it's weird to say that, but, like, it's fine. We'll lose some points because then we get some steel off the board. Our energy is now too low, so we'll bring it back up with... Oh my god, excuse me. Peroxide power. Trying to click you. Thank you. And now we have 14 income all of a sudden. That's pretty powerful. We do a heat bump. What's extreme cold fungus? -10. So in that case, do I want to? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do the imported GHGs now just because it gets me up to a heat bump. And that's enough for an income. And honestly, every dollar's counting. We're not at Generation 10 yet, and we are terraforming pretty good, especially with the heat. So we really have issues with the oceans and oxygen, but we have 2 more generations of quote-unquote setup. And there we go. Regolith Eaters means that we're good to go for a lot of oxygen. And Trees is a very powerful card for scoring points. So let's bump this bad boy. Take a peek at all the things we've grabbed. With nitrogen-rich asteroid as well, we could have thought about some other stuff, but no. Let's just Regolith Eaters. And then we will extreme cold fungus, and that gets us an oxygen bump every generation. You put 2 microbes on one, and then you cash out the 2 microbes, oxygen bump. That really solves a big issue that we had. Now we just need to get 2 more science tags downrange so that we can play anti-grav. So we have 1 in our hand now, and we're just waiting on 1 more. But with 14 income and 24 TR, heat popping every round and now oxygen popping every round, I'm feeling somewhat confident. There's the tag I needed. And this is all fine. Like, I like nitrolithic moss, but we don't have oceans right now. We could get oceans pretty quickly, but there's no guarantee. It would be a plant tag. We don't have any plant tags played. We do have trees in hands. I'm just going to stick to, let's get the science down range. We have a lot of ability to grab cards with these 3 card draws here. So, and there's, yeah, a wild tag as well. Domed Crater even isn't bad, but there. We grab the wild tag. We'll grab the Inventors Guild. That gets us a card. We look at a card, see if we want it. Dust Seals. We're going to take Dust Seals because it takes $3 to buy the card. And it costs $2 to play it. But when I play Anti-Grav, it's now free. So $3 for a point. Doesn't feel like I'm putting ourselves too far behind. And now we can really start to see about playing these events out in an order of our choosing here. We have an ocean to put down. Aquifer pumping. Let's ocean into some cards because I'm constantly grabbing cards here. Building Industries. It's actually not too late for Building Industries, in my opinion, because we have a lot of building tags, a lot of cities to play in our hand. And then we play Cupola, maybe? And honestly, I'm just going to do it for more steel down at the bottom. With our last green replacements, we'll see about putting them here. Oh no, my energy. I actually screwed that up. I thought I was good, but I was not good. That means we're going to lose out on a card draw, which is sad. But we do have 19 cards, so we have lots to do between now and then. So we don't have to beat ourselves too hard over this. Yeah, crud. Why'd I do that? More energy, please. Pets, breathing filters. I mean, all this stuff is good, and breathing filters has 2 points on it, so maybe I'll grab that. But everything else is just a little bit too points driven for cities that right now I don't think we can afford to go that much deeper into buying that stuff. Building tags. How many building tags do I have? I have 12. This could be 6 income right now. I mean, it's pretty good. The problem is that I have the opportunity cost. Like, I have so many things I can do right now that would be better that we have to chase the other things. I feel like I have a lot of things that would be better at least, but we'll see. Once I play this, I mean, I'd love to get up to playing trees. Strip Mine is another huge win for us if we can play it right now. So it's hard. I can't not play Strip Mine. I mean, come on. I actually probably should have organized it myself better to get that sooner. A couple of titanium incomes are fine, but I think we should focus on something else. The oceans are scaring me. I'm going to draw another card. I know that's basically putting us further behind, but something like Towing a Comet is fantastic here. So we'll grab another 2 points and a little bit more income and another card draw because Olympus Conference keeps paying out cards. Natural Preserve, we can play that, but I'm not sure that it's actually that great of a card for us. Just scoop something up, basically. And then the income is more or less meaningless, but it's like $9 or something, right? Because we have $2 off from our company and $2 off from Anti-Grav, so. All right, these are some events that are actually going to help us here. Great stuff. And we only have access to them because we're digging the deck so aggressively with all this card draw. So I don't want to hear. Lake Marineris, there we go. All of a sudden we are cooking. Investment loan, thank you. See, you fight the deck long enough and it runs out of bad cards to give you. We are not worried about playing that card before the oxygen rises. I mean, it's a point. It's a point. Come on. We put 2 steel into it. We grab 2 steel back. C'est la vie. We can't not do that. And it's half of a card. I'd be crazy not to grab it. Permafrost. Am I putting a city down? This is 7%. You know what, though? Let's just permafrost down here for some titanium. It sucks that we didn't get any of the rebate for event cards, but that's how she blows. We do have Noctis. Tone of Comet. All right, well, let's Asteroid, of course. If we had one more heat bump, which we do, we can actually get trees this round. So we need to think about how we're gonna tie that in. Comet. Absolutely fantastic card. Toe on a Comet. Let's go. All right, now we have tons of titanium. So I want to have $11 left over. That's $19. I'm going to go for this titanium just to keep pushing our terraforming forward as fast as possible. I mean, the domed crater is pretty sick too, actually. But no. Going to continue with this ocean into here. Well, now I'm thinking the domed crater beside Noctis actually would be pretty convenient. But we also want to get money back from stuff, because I could take the loan to make that happen. If I had a heat bump in my hand, I would take the loan. I mean, I could play Noctis, but that's my last energy, and I didn't like the last time I did that. So let's just hold on to our money. We have 39 TR here, 20 money production, lots of metals. Sadly, we're one heat away from 2 heat bumps, but enough to get this ocean is fine by me. Earth Office, never too late. Another plant tag. That could be very helpful, actually, because that means that we might play our nitrogen-rich asteroid. Oh, I didn't even play trees. Oh, sometimes. There's optimal arrow breaking for the record. The turn after I play all my space events. Figures. Still worth playing. Arctic algae, can't play it. Let's get this oxygen cooking into a heat bump. Oxygen pumps the heat, pumps the... I think that we're good for the heat, though. It's what I'm realizing now. Oh, and now I can't play my my domed crater. Well, that solves a lot of issues for me. Let's play Earth Office because it's free and I don't want to screw it up. Lake Mariners. I mean, now I'm upset because I did really want to buy that city here, because then I could have put my greenery into the pocket and everyone would have been jealous. With ice cap melting on the way as well, we're looking pretty good. We have 2 events that are going to make oceans pretty cheap. You know what? So this plant tag and then this trees, believe it or not, gets us to 3 plant tags because of my wild tag. Ever think of that? Eh? No, you didn't. You didn't think of that because you only ever think of yourself. Shake my head. Alright, now we have 9 plant income and 2 heat bumps in the tank, and that gets us the rest of the way for the heat because we have 1 more production, so bam. Whoever doubted me? I mean, Food Factory has a point on it. We gotta play that, right? Come on. So that's good, even though we lost a plant income. Noctis City. I'm okay playing Noctis City now. Let's go. Let's go. Noctis it up. Be great to have a lot more greeneries between more cities, but we're working on it. I think that the adjacency is less valuable than the plants. Let's get 1 more greenery this generation. How about that? Because if I get this ocean, then I just take the loan. Then we can get the last ocean. Oh, but we can get fish? No. Last ocean. And then I'll put my greenery beside an ocean here. And then we'll look at fish. So fish is 7. There we go. Done. Man, like this is a lot of cards. We're playing a lot of cards. We only have 13 points on cards. Don't get me wrong. We'd love to be further along, but we do have 53 TR. We have all of like the core terraforming apart from the greeneries done. We have the heat bump in the tank. All the oceans are down. The capital is good for points, so we can consider that. We don't have any energy because I played Noctis and am sad about it. This gets us really close to being done our greenery. So green there. Heat bump here. We need 3 greeneries. We could buy them. I really want imported nitrogen. And I have 1 point animals already. There's nothing I have for microbes, which is too bad. I guess I should have taken extreme cold fungus as a single plant and then use that to get my stuff rolling. Cash rebate is nice. Predators is high on my list here. Birds is also quite potent. But hey, I mean, 2 points for release of inert gas. Also, do I have any energy production? I don't. Yikes. I thought that I would, but I do not. Let's buy a greenery. And let's make sure we get a plant, because that gets us another greenery. Okay. Domed crater. I mean, a lot of good cards in here. Giant Ice Asteroid, I can't believe that came to me after the fact. Because, like, obviously it does absolutely nothing now. But I'm also sad that we didn't get a single energy. Like, I could, and I will, buy Open City. Because that's a point on it, plus it'll be adjacent to 2 greeneries. Yeah, I just got to go for straight up adjacencies at this point. Yeah. It just sucks that I don't have, like, a lot of energy. So, bam. This gets us plants, more plants, that kind of stuff. So, is there any way for us to get 4 more plants? We can obviously scoop a little bit. This gets us 2 points and some plants. But no, I don't think there is. I think that we just, like, this is 2 points, that's 2 points. We do those 2 things, and then we're pretty much pooched. I'm going to do those 2 things. This might get us a card. It does. So let's check. Viral enhancers? Well, that makes predators worth 2 points. It's still better to do release of inert gas. Is it? It's also potentially possible to get my... No, we don't have enough to get... Like, I could get plants with viral enhancers, because I could choose to take a plant instead of a predator. I could take a plant instead of a bird, but that's just not cash money. So we'll do this. That enhances. So predators and birds are now worth 2 points because I'm going to enhance it. So 2 1-point animals is quite good. Birds. We're going to eat a neutrals animal. And then we have a lot of cards in hand. We have 12 cards in hand, $1 left, which means if I sell everything, I have just enough for release of inert gas, which is 2 more TR. And that is fine by me. I see that we have a points per Jovian. I know. I'm sad that we didn't get to chase it. But it didn't work with our build. Let's be real here. We had a Jovian. We could have maybe gone out of our way to try and play a couple more. Oh, am I an idiot? Because I could have scooped a plant. So, yeah, whatever. I could have played the Jovian for 2 points, but it was like $30. I got more points this way, even if I get 1 fewer greenery. Because this greenery's... There's only 1 spot left where a greenery's worth 3 points. 1 plus the 2 adjacencies, so... Done. Obviously, with more greeneries, more cities, but we cheated so much of the oxygen that, like, we're happy to only have 7 greeneries and terraform the planet. 102. Not bad, not bad. The biggest thing is, well, there's 2 big things. First, it's a win. And second, we're playing Terraforming Mars again. I mean, lots to celebrate, lots to celebrate. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.